Welcome friends, Asli Bania welcomes you once again. Today we have brought you another multi-bagger stock for 2019, that is Deepak Nitrite Limited. So they have gone for a very interesting expansion, and the phenol plant where they have put around 1400 crores, it is now operational. So let's see how it affects the valuation of Deepak Nitrite Limited. Coming back to our standard disclaimer that we have prepared this presentation only for educational purposes only. Please consult your stock advisor registered with SEBI before investing in this stock. Will not accept any liability due to investment in this stock. Now, Deepak Nitrite Limited. Deepak Nitrite Limited was established in 1970s, and it is a leading global player for several chemical products and niche chemical products. Basically, if you see, the business is divided into three main verticals. The first one is the basic chemicals, like it is a high volume segment, but the margins are a bit on the lesser side. That is nitrotoluenes, fuel additives, and sodium nitrate. And the industry in which it is used is like colorants, refineries, and rubber tires. Basically, currently the revenue contribution of basic chemicals is 50% in the total top line of Deepak Nitrite Limited. Similarly, the next vertical is fine and specialty chemicals that include specialty xylidines, oximes, and cumidines. These are all niche products and used as colorants, pharmaceuticals, and agrochemicals. Since these are niche products, the margin is high as compared to basic chemicals. They form around 30% um, of overall top line of Deepak Nitrite Limited. Third one is a performance product, that is DASDA and FWA. FWA is like fluorescent whitening agents, which is used in basically paper, detergents, and textiles. It has a 20% revenue contribution in the top line of Deepak Nitrite Limited. And the thing is, like Deepak Nitrite Limited is an integrated producer of fluorescent whitening agent, so that should be noted. Now, coming back to Deepak Nitrite, they have around six facilities located in Nansari, Taloja, Roha, Hyderabad, and Dahej. The key clients they are supplying to several major clients like BASF, Reliance Industries, Indian Oil, P&G, Goodyear, Monsanto, Eastman, ESSA. So very big companies to this they are supplying to their then they are supplying uh, to several companies in across 30 countries over six continents, so very multinational. They are among the three global producers of xylidines, cumidines, and oximes, that is specialty chemicals. They have 70% market share in sodium nitrate, and nitrotoluenes in India. And being the like phenol plant being operational, they will have around 60% market share in phenol in India. So which is quite good. So if you see, now coming back to financials, the financials, if you see, they were a bit stagnant from year 2014 to 2017. However, the margin has improved from 9% to 13 range. However, in this year, if you see, the top line has grown to around 1700 crores and margins are stabilized at around 14%. Consolidated financials, I put in the slide to see that there is not much difference in the consolidated financials till now. But what will happen, like phenol plant is a subsidiary, so in next year you will see considerable difference between the standalone and consolidated financials of Deepak Nitrite. Now coming back to quarterly numbers of standalone financials, the top line is growing. The operating margin is growing for last two quarters, and instead of 14 it has grown to 15-16%. However, there has been slight increase in the debt. So but being the phenol plant being operational, there will be good amount of cash flows which can be used to reduce the debt. Now these are the standalone financials number. So for till date they have earned around 6 rupees EPS for 9 months. So 1,500 crores of top line. So now you see are the numbers based on various verticals. If you see like the latest quarterly numbers, the basic chemicals did a business of 219 crore and the profit was around 33 crores, which is around 15%. And similarly, the fine and specialty chemicals did a business of 148 crores and the profit was around 34 crores, which goes beyond somewhere in the 22% range. And performance product is the business was 99 crores and the profit was around 18 crores, so which is in 20% range. So basically in basic chemicals you see the margins is a bit on the lesser side, but it forms bulk of the revenue. But fine and specialty chemicals and performance products, it is around 20 to 22%. One thing should be noted that since the phenol plant is getting operational, it comes under fine and specialty chemicals, so we will see some margin expansion due to this. But one thing should be noted that since it is started on 1st of November, it will take some time to stabilize. Now, cash flow, if you see the company is already producing good amount of operating cash flows. There was some cash which has been invested, that is invested in the phenol plant because they took a 1400 crore expansion and they took some debt for it. So but in next year I expect good amount of cash flows and I expect the debt to be returned. Now the expansion, let's discuss it. So they have made a very good plan. It is state of art. It has a IoT enabled, which is just like in discussions. IoT is the latest trend. Um, and it has been powered by latest technology. The capacity is around 200,000 metric ton of phenol, 120,000 of acetone, and 260,000 of cumene. The overall capex was around 1400 crores, and project was commissioned in November 2018. In 2 months, the company has already reached a capacity utilization of 80%. So you see, like before this plant being operational, almost 80 to 90% of phenol was imported. So now, since they have started making it, so 60% of overall India's consumption will be supplied by this plant. So that's why you see the capacity utilization has gone up pretty fast, and they have also achieved a positive on this plant. Now, Deepak Nitrite, as I explained, caters to around 63% of the phenol demand, which was earlier imported. Still, 12% of after catering to it, 12% of phenol demand will be imported. So, uh, the market is there, so definitely Deepak Nitrite can make good amount of money because the products were imported. Similarly, for acetones, they will cater to 60% of the demand, and after catering the demand, still 16% of acetone still needs to be imported. Company is regularly a dividend paying for last more than 10 plus years, and current dividend yield is around 0.57%. Promoter holding is around 45%, and another 25% is being held by various mutual funds and FIs. The only con which I see in short term is this is only for next 2 quarters perspective, is like because the phenol plant is ramping up, although it has gone up to 80% utilization, and for the margins to stabilize, it may take 2 quarters. So that is a slight negative, not a negative if you're a long-term investor, but that is the only con which I could find out on this company. Now for final review, Deepak Nitrite is available at CMP of around 232. The P is around 31 and market cap is around 3,200 crores. So what I expect is after 1 year, for financial year 2019-20, the revenue expected on consolidated basis is around 4,000 crores, and I'm expecting a profit of 300 crores, which results in an EPS of 22 rupees. So verdict, the Deepak Nitrite is a very turning point. The capex they have done. The plant is operational now, and it will start churning out profits. The minimum price expected is around 550 rupees based on a PE of 25. However, the stock is at currently PE of 31. So it is a approximate 2.5x opportunity from 1 year perspective. The stock is a low risk stock, and probability of price fall is low unless and until the broader market falls. Otherwise, the price fall risk is very less. Now, friends, if you liked my presentation, subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link below the blue colored arrow. Thank you and see you next time.